Yo, yo, yo! So this is the first time I'm on my PC today. I will be, perhaps a little bit sloppy, perhaps I'll be goated. Don't know. I'm not tired or anything. I'm in a pretty good mood overall. So I think this will be an alright video. But perhaps I'm not quite warmed up yet. I'm hoping the early bosses will see to that, though. And this is crazy. Oh man, they were both like synced and stuff. That would have been great too. Oh well. Do a shriek on them both. I'll manage with one. Oh. Okay, there's a lot of inch flies. An alarming amount. Kind of scary. There we go. There we go. Cool. So today I've been playing some D&D with the boys. It's pretty cool. And overall, pretty great session. Last session, well, was the first session of that campaign. And it went like pretty fucking horribly. We derailed the plot entirely and we got thrown in prison for like doing horrendous crimes. We were considered as evil by like everyone, and honestly we were pretty evil. The stuff we did was grotesque and awful. But you know, honestly, all of that like evilness mostly just stemmed from my character, which is really funny. My character was a goblin pirate, came from like the goblin homeland or whatever, and his whole shtick was he was a very small fish in an even smaller pond. So when he got onto the real world, he'd be completely unequipped. Throughout his 30 years of goblin life, he would just be an arrogant asshole. He had never failed anything ever. He'd been on numerous adventures, raids, and like attacks of like other ships, like he was a pirate and stuff. And he would just constantly succeed in everything he did. He would make huge gambles, stupid gambles. He would succeed anyways, and that totally got to his head, you know. Arrogant asshole. He also like got to deal with a god, become a warlock in order to revive a goblin king. Yada. Some other like world over that. He just made him do magic and made him even more arrogant. Beginning of the campaign, he meets up with two bros who are just completely new to adventuring, which are the other players, and they decide to team up in a quest they've been given. They're being paid 100 gold to exterminate like a ghost in a little like shed in a water mill. There's a ghost inside there. People are scared. We go in, kill the ghost, like extort it or whatever, and get paid. Easy job. We do it. They're like pretty great. Turns out not to be a ghost, it's a zombie. We end up killing it. And you know, good time all around. Then we go out drinking afterwards, and you know, everyone's happy. We're just completing the easy mission. We're good. We're getting to know each other. My character looks around and realizes there's only 3 guards in this entire city. Fun fact. And you know, us random 3 people who were walking on the street got hired for this like really easy job of just killing 1 zombie. So, you know, it seems like this city isn't quite very defended. And also, its inhabitants, who paid us 100 gold each, are pretty rich. So my character, who was again, you know, an evil, arrogant pirate, convinces the other party members to rob them. Like, they'll rob our previous employers, get all that gold, and it'll be a good time. We'll just be happy, and, you know, I'm an asshole. They're new to adventuring. They don't know about it. You know, kind of iffy, don't want to do it. I'm a huge charisma builder, so I convinced them, and we do it. The mission, like our self-appointed mission, ends up going horribly wrong, and we all die. But because it was like the first session and DM didn't want to just kill us all, we got imprisoned instead, which made a lot of sense, and became like basically slaves for the guys we're trying to rob. I should mention that during the robbery, we killed numerous people, including one of the owners of the mansion. There's 2 brothers, and overall we were just being horrible, killing lots of like innocent people. And you know, my 2 other party members were horrified, but my character loved every bit of it and shot. It's just natural. Of course we kill people. I'm a pirate. But we get imprisoned and like slaved and blah blah blah. Have to work for the people we robbed. Everything's pretty sad. Like 2 weeks of slavery basically. 2 days of slavery. It's awful. We can't take anymore. We want to escape. The 2 other guys hate me because, you know, I lured them into this situation. And you know, who can really blame them? They were right to hate me, and my character was like, nah, it's fine. He was just surprised that like he lost. You know, it's the first time he's ever lost anything ever. So he's pretty shocked about this, but overall, he is not at all shocked for having to kill people. He's not at all feeling guilty or nothing. He takes no responsibility. And all his sadness just stems from his own incompetence and his shock that it could even exist. So that's fun and cool. But we escape and we run away. And during our like runaway, we gotta like find our equipment and stuff like that. We gotta get our stuff back. My character kills multiple people once again. The others are like starting to catch on. This guy's an asshole, and they're trying to convince him to stop killing people. But you know, situations arise when killing people would just be so much easier. And my character, once again, is evil, so he keeps killing people, and they're like, "Oh shit, this sucks. Oh god." And they don't like this guy. And you know, the further we go, the more extreme stuff I do, and they start really catching on. Okay, this is not good. We can't like hang out with this person anymore. Yeah. While we're leaving, they kind of try to like get away from me. You know, there's two paths we can head out. They like decide on the second path. I join them, and they're like, "Yeah, okay, let's go the first path." And I join them again, and they're like, "Okay, he's just gonna follow us," and so they accept it, and we flee. And people are pursuing us, so we end up fleeing from them as well. Finally got a long rest. We had a lot of conversations between each other, and my character refuses to take responsibility. He blames them, makes fun of them for being weak and not killing people. They cannot get an apology from him at all. And it seems clear to them that this guy is an absolute menace. He is a danger to society. He's an awful person. He needs to be dealt with, isn't it? It would be immoral of them to let me be and like cause more havoc, because one of the things that my character can do is you can like change face at will. It's kind of like a changeling with this warlock thing. So he has disguise self at any point, and he's like verbally like made it understood to these other people, the other party members, that he plans on going back to the city for quote unquote unfinished business. Last time he said this, he killed like the mayor because he just disliked him. And you know, he's an innocent, kind-hearted mayor, good person, didn't believe in violence, very pacifist, and he just killed him out of spite. So you know, the thought of letting this lunatic, this evil maniac with the face-changing abilities loose in the world, became one that became an option that they really didn't want to allow. And so like in the middle of the night, they planned, like they woke up without me and planned like what to do. First they thought we could just run away and leave him, and that would of course be the easiest and safest thing, just leave this guy like be. They don't want anything to do with it anymore. But that seems scary, like and dangerous too. Like they're still leaving me out there. They thought about putting me in, like tying me up and like handing me over to the people we were fleeing from, in hopes of like getting part of themselves. But you know, my character once again is like a charisma fiend. He can change faces. I could easily make, you know, that character could easily make them look bad in some way, and it's also just risky. I could escape or whatever. And probably the people who see this wouldn't buy that we've suddenly become against each other. Oh, they decided that they didn't want to, that it was all this guy's fault actually, and we're good. Like, look at this, he's the evil one, not us. And you know, it's true, but people might not believe that at all. And so in the end, they decide on doing something that is honestly much worse, which is they want to like tie me up into a tree and cut my tongue out, like the character's tongue out, in order to prevent me from spellcasting or like disguising myself as others, and generally like ratting them out in some way. It would cripple me, making me useless just to any other goblin without my magic and nothing else. And you know, destroy my like silver tongue. It was like, it's a huge fucking disability to not hear a tongue as a warlock, charisma based warlock. So yeah, it also is just really cruel and like arguably pretty evil, especially since like they don't want to kill people. Like their whole argument is that I'm a murderer and that's bad, especially because I kill innocent people. So they don't like, they gotta take the moral high ground here. They decide to like end me. It should be because they don't want to kill me, I guess. But you know, cutting my tongue out in the middle of the woods and tying me to a tree is essentially killing me anyway, because I would just bleed out. But they've been tainted, I guess, by Bobby-Duck, my character's name. He's been so much evil stuff, and you know, he's kind of corrupted them, I guess. And so they ended up deciding that, yeah, this is the best option. And so they tie me up in the middle of the woods while I'm sleeping. I wake up like, what's going on? They like grab me and like fully tie me up, and I can't do anything. I'm like screaming, what the hell, what's going on, no, stop it, my friends, why are you doing this? And you know, looking me dead in the eyes, they know what they gotta do, and they're grabbing my tongue, and I'm pleading, why would they do this? I would never betray them, you know, I didn't need to kill them, they were kind of worried that I would kill them, because I was evil and stuff, and I'd killing so many other people, and I was desperately trying to convince them, pleading for my life, anything, why would you do this, blah blah blah, just making the situation worse and worse, and they don't buy it, they cut my tongue out, and ride off, leaving me to bleed out, or somehow survive. It's up to me. This whole thing was fucking outrageous. Holy shit, that's the craziest thing to happen. It's like session 2. And I love it. It is so fucking perfect in my opinion. Like, I was a bit sad that my character would have to die because I loved playing them. Just playing him like pure evil character was pretty fun. He also had cool like mechanics, like gimmicks. He can like change his face and stuff like that. He had a general like pretty cool moveset in combat, and like I was excited for the next like level where I got even more powers and like my build was really coming together. So I didn't want to die, but you know, it made perfect sense. Like, I don't know, it was just the stars just aligned. You're like, yeah, I knew. As soon as they were talking about like leaving behind, I realized, okay, my guy will be leaving the party. I'll have to make a new character anyway. But then deciding to cut my tongue out and leave me for dead is even more sick because it's just so much more dramatic and evil. And it's funny because these two were generally good people, but they've been tainted by this monster that they're now trying to rid the world of. It's funny. I didn't want to die, but God, it's sick that I died this way. In the end, I think we decided that my character died to some like the brother of the guy we robbed and killed. He found me and killed me. But I think we talked to the DM and it's like, now let's like retcon that and just say that somehow he survived. Like, the characters don't know what happened, but the DM now has control of that character. I'm no longer playing him, and now we have a pretty good main villain in the story. You know, it's a warlock of an evil entity that we don't know anything about. There's some mystery elements in that. He has very much like personal motivation as to why he would hate these characters. His tongue has been cut out, completely changing how he would act and think because he was a charisma-based warlock. He can't even cast many of the spells anymore. He can't talk. It is pretty exciting, honestly. I think my DM is pretty we're very good at making characters as well and like playing them, role-playing in general. So I think he would make even better use of the character than I would as a player. And you know, any changes in his personality would be completely justified after what he's been through. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. It seems fun. I do have to make a new character now though, but God, I just love the concept of everything that's going on. The other two characters who were trying to be good are now tainted, having done all this horrible shit and following around this monster and doing awful shit, and then finally cutting out his tongue and leaving him for dead, fleeing to another city. They're wanted men now. They just wanted to be kind adventurers, help some like city. I was like ghost in a well. They wanted to help out. Yeah, we'll help you guys. Got really drunk with a goblin who somehow convinced them to rob the mansion, saying, "Oh yeah, that's how all adventures go, bro. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I've never failed in my life. You know, convinced them. Huge charisma. People were very drunk. We did something stupid, and everything derailed from there." And it was just a great conclusion to my character and blah blah blah. I love it. It was such a great time. An ending as well. I'm really excited about next session as well. This campaign is just kind of a backup campaign. There's like not really any story that we're following right now. We're just kind of doing stuff, going from city to city, making quests, I guess. You know, as I said, that's the second session, but it's already been very dramatic. And I'm excited to see what's coming next. I'm sad that I don't have to play. Like, I don't get to play the character anymore because playing this like evil, arrogant asshole was pretty fun, and you know, he had cool moves and blah blah blah. But I'll just make a new character and somehow make that related to their struggle. You know, I'm thinking about making a very good character now, like comparatively, even to like it's mostly just to contrast people, like the main cast who are generally pretty good people, but have been now corrupted by this guy. So I think about making a character who's just even better than them, and you know, just in a way to like, what's it called, like exaggerate their change, because you know, if they might start acting differently, they're more ruthless and make more rash evil decisions because they feel like they need to. That's what they've been taught to. Their only adventure so far has been cruel and evil and awful. You know, they might take those experiences and then they kind of use them in their next few adventures. It'll be cool. So I think adding a character who is also just really good, really kind, perhaps a pacifist like one we killed, would be fun to really contrast them. Or I could make a character who's once again pretty evil again, in order to like somehow tie in like, oh, anywhere they go they end up meeting just horrible people. You know, it'd be kind of funny. They like they just got rid of one monster and they're horrible, like horrified at that, and now like in the second city they're forced to like side with another monster, because I don't know, they gotta get like money or they're wanted, man. Maybe they'll find something to do. So that'd be fun. But I think I'm more leaning towards the good person vibe. Specifically, I'm wanting to play an old man, like an old kind man who's like a grandpa, who talks in a similar way to one who, like the mayor of the town that we fled from, the same mayor that we killed and like brutally killed and ruined, the same guy who spared us from death after we were imprisoned, instead like making us do hard labor and stuff. Thinking about making character like really much resembles him in order to really drive home the guilt that they might feel, the characters. I think it'll be fun to play as well. In terms of class, I'm not sure what I'll do. I'm thinking maybe a wizard, like an old wizard makes sense, you know. I like wizards. They're just not very fun in early levels, I think, in my opinion. Sometimes they just, I don't know what's about early level wizards, but they just don't feel powerful. They don't have much to do. And, you know, they have like their spell slots, and once you're out of those, you're just kind of done, I guess. And, you know, I don't know. They just, wizards early game are just not that fun, in my opinion. Wizards late game, as soon as you reach like level 5, it's not even late game, it's like mid game. Maybe not even. Then they get really exciting, and you can do a lot of fun stuff. Creative stuff. Holy fuck, I lost the sisters. I was visualizing stuff in my head. Damn, that's pretty bad. I am also a bit hungover from yesterday. I was drinking, but damn. I did notice I was taking a lot of damage. I wasn't playing very well, but I never locked in. I decided, yeah, I'll just be fine. Oh well. One more for the bad streak. Oh well.